This month, we celebrate yet another milestone on the road to the Arab world's first FIFA World Cup. We're in Qatar, a cultural village, to meet inspiring filmmakers. And we pay tribute to Xavi Hernandez's 6.5-year contribution to football in Qatar. In late November, Doha witnessed a weekend of celebration, which included welcoming Formula One to the country for the first time. Away from the track and on the eve of the race, a collaboration was planned between the F1 racing drivers and FIFA football legends in a penalty shootout to promote next year's FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. 24 hours later, on November the 21st, the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 official countdown clock was unveiled at Doha's picturesque Corniche fishing spot, marking 1 year to go to the big kickoff. The special guests at the event included FIFA World Cup 1998 winner Marcel Desailly. The striking timepiece was revealed to fans worldwide who joined the 1 year countdown in unison with those on site at the Corniche. The elegant curves of the countdown clock were inspired by the unbroken loop of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 emblem and the ancient timekeeping tool, the hourglass, both representing the interconnected nature of the event. The structure is designed to be seen from any angle and reflect the amazing view of the city skyline behind it. The countdown clock will drive anticipation as it ticks down through every hour, minute and second to the opening game at Al Bayt Stadium on Monday, the 21st of November, 2022. The build-up for the FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021 started back in April at the Qatari Opera House in Doha, when the official draw took place. The 9 highest-ranked nations, including host country Qatar, would join the 7 winners from the qualifying stage in the final tournament. The 16 teams were drawn into 4 groups of 4. The tournament will kick off on November the 30th, with the final taking place on Qatar National Day, December the 18th, during a similar time slot to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. It's seen as a vital opportunity to test operations, as all 32 matches will take place at 6 FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 stadiums. On June the 19th, in the All-African affair at Qatar's Khalifa International Stadium, Sudan edged Libya by a 0-0 after an evenly matched encounter.
It's very important for us, firstly because it's a huge competition for an Arab country like Sudan, but also to prepare well for the Africa Cup of Nations.
Oman qualified with a 2-1 victory over Somalia and secured their place in Group A, alongside Qatar, Iraq and Bahrain.
All the games are interesting. Our group, if we get through, with Qatar, Iraq, and Bahrain, is a group without favorites, except maybe Iraq. They are a very stable team with a lot of players playing in foreign leagues.
Goals from Ismail Diakite and Hamea Tanji earned Mauritania a 2-0 victory over 10-man Yemen to book a berth in Group B, alongside Tunisia, the United Arab Emirates and Syria.
We know that we won't be in an easy group, alongside Syria, the United Arab Emirates and Tunisia. Those 3 teams also play great football. We know Tunisia well because we've often come up against them. Even though it'll be their local players, Tunisia are still one of the biggest footballing countries in Africa.
Lebanon took their place in Group D, along with Algeria, Egypt and Sudan, after defeating Djibouti 1-0 in a hard-fought contest.
This experience is a great one for the Lebanon squad. Playing against Egypt and Algeria's top players is always deemed difficult. Still, we're required to learn from these games, because we need to play demanding games.
Palestine produced the most emphatic result of the qualifiers after coming from behind to beat Comoros 5-1. They'll play in Group C with Morocco, Saudi Arabia and Jordan.
Palestine is always among the best teams and has players at top level. We've seen that in many games played by the squad where the performance was really good. We have very good players who can put Palestinian football in a very good spot.
Bahrain left it late to make their dominance count in the final qualification match, defeating Gulf rivals Kuwait 2-0 and booking their place in Group A, alongside Qatar, Iraq and Oman.
It's really important, and it's really competitive, which we like. And it'll be a final experience for Qatar. We've got the playoffs now, with the final stage of the Arab Cup. It'll help us to be prepared for the 2022 World Cup.
And lastly, Jordan were awarded a 3-0 victory due to South Sudan's COVID-19 cases. So Jordan earned a place in Group C alongside Morocco, Saudi Arabia and Palestine. Qatar are of course the hosts, and the national team head coach Felix Sanchez is excited about the tournament.
No doubt. It's an important game for us. Additionally, we'll be opening a new stadium where World Cup games will be played. This stadium is spectacular, but now we need to focus on our preparation to be in good shape. We have a few days of training in Spain, which will help us be in good shape for the Arab Cup, I hope.
So all set for the first ever FIFA Arab Cup, with Qatar once again featuring in the sporting spotlight. As well as the busy international sporting schedule in Qatar, there are also a host of exciting cultural events. In November, Doha hosted the 9th Ajal Film Festival, an annual celebration of film, music, art and pop culture. Organisers were delighted to have brought the festival to life during a very challenging time.
I'm really happy with the result and what we've seen this year. We've basically went to the same format of the festival, and we're doing everything else that we used to do before, except for the 50% capacity that we have to put in the theaters. So that's fantastic, and it gives us hope that Qatar has already passed the critical point, and we can have these types of events here.
No film festival would be complete without a red carpet. And among the distinguished guests in the spotlight this year was highly respected Qatari composer and songwriter Danal Al-Fardan.
It's such a pillar of pride for me that my country is taking one of the forefront position in actually pushing this forward and encouraging group events and starting to celebrate the arts and culture. And that's something that a lot of people have been missing. They've been missing the human contact. They've been missing contact with other people to be able to celebrate what it is that we've achieved over the past couple of years. And right before the World Cup, I think it's really important. So I'm very proud to be here.
This year's lineup of 85 films from 44 countries included 31 features and 54 shorts. There were 22 films by Arab filmmakers and 32 women directors. One of the most anticipated films to have its Middle East premiere at the festival was Captains of Qatari. Director Ali El Arabi spent 8 years working on the film. It underlines the global community's responsibility to empower refugees. By focusing on the true stories of Mahmoud Daga and Fauzi Katlish, the film takes you on an emotional journey as you witness their determination to live meaningful lives and their passion for football.
The film talks about football and about dreamers. I think that's a good sign. And I hope Mahmoud and Fauzi can be part of the World Cup to represent refugees, because the FIFA World Cup is not just a sports event. It's an opportunity for the world to unite and break down barriers.
When we went to Aspire Academy, we learned a lot there. It was a life-changing experience. When we came back from Qatar to the refugee camp, people and kids there started to look up to us as their role models. For them, we were young boys who went to Qatar, appeared on TV, met Xavi Hernandez, a popular international player who's now going to coach Barcelona. Anyway, we were their heroes, and we started to train them, and they'd learn from us. Not only did this experience change my life, but also theirs, namely the kids from the refugee camp.
The 9th Ajal Film Festival in Doha was a huge success, showcasing powerful films that address real-life issues from around the world, helping to promote greater understanding and empathy. But as with all the great events happening in Qatar every week, the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 is never far away from anyone's mind.
We know that next year will be a huge year, not just for Qatar, but for all the Arab region. And definitely we want to highlight a lot of Arab cinema during that time. We'll work on different things for the community, but also for all the visitors who will come from all over the world to be in Doha to experience what we can offer to them. And maybe they will decide to come back again after.
Qatar national team player Almoez Ali has certainly left a mark on international football. The 25-year-old striker, who plays for local club Al Dahail, is the first footballer in history to score in 3 different continental competitions: the AFC Asian Cup, Copa America and CONCACAF Gold Cup.
This is something I'm very proud of, but having that title gives you a huge responsibility. As a striker for the national team, I will always try to score goals and be ready for important matches and friendlies. This is going to help my teammates, and in the end, we are one team, and I have to help them the same way they've helped me in many other situations.
Qatar's leading striker is just 12 months away from appearing on the biggest football stage of all. When Qatar won the right to host the FIFA World Cup, the 14-year-old Almoez Ali was inspired.
I remember when Qatar won the bid to host the World Cup, it struck me. It led me to wonder, why can't I play in the World Cup? Thankfully, I have been very lucky to be a part of Aspire Academy and then the national team, and participated in certain competitions. I felt that I was very close to fulfilling that dream. I have always wanted to achieve great titles with my country. It's something exceptional. You have to dedicate yourself to something you love. A player's ambition grows when they see fans at the stadium. You want to win even more. Playing football in Doha is also very special. You play for your national team in your capital. Everyone is going to be there, so you have to work hard, gain the trust of the people, and make those who come to see you at the stadium happy.
Almoez Ali is a graduate of Aspire Academy in Qatar, which has produced some of the country's finest athletes.
Aspire gave us a lot as athletes and as national players. I graduated from Aspire Academy and I am really thankful for everything I was taught there, in football, in my studies, and in my daily life. It has helped me to become a better player. It has been an exceptional experience, both on a sporting and educational level. I was taught how to be a professional footballer there.
Almoez Ali was a part of the Qatar Under-19 team that won the 2014 AFC Championship in Myanmar. The following year, he was included in the Qatar Under-20 squad for the Under-20 FIFA World Cup New Zealand 2015.
That tournament was unforgettable. It was a good experience for me on a personal level. We were in a difficult group with Portugal, Senegal, and Colombia. In the first game, we lost to Colombia. It was a packed stadium and we were very young, 18, 19 years old. It was not the best tournament for Qatar in terms of results because we didn't get past the group stage. But it was a good experience to get to know the World Cup firsthand. It's an event that brings together the best teams in the world. and taking part in it was an exceptional experience.
Leading Al Marzali and his team is head coach Felix Sanchez. He has accelerated the development of Qatar as an international side.
Stability is important in football, and we found it with our coach. The hard work we did with him when we were kids served us later on in our football careers. If we made any mistake, we'd be held accountable immediately. In short, he is the reason for our current success.
Almaz Ali has already made history, but the hunger and desire to keep breaking records is what separates the best from the rest. The next 12 months will be full of opportunities to raise the bar even higher.
The squad is really excited for the World Cup. We're really looking forward to it as it's a dream to take part in it. It's the dream of any football player. The only thing we're thinking about now is to deliver the best performance we can. In the Arab Cup, we want to show that we can play a competition in Doha and that we can play good football at the next World Cup. We want to show that we're going to be an important squad in the World Cup.
Very few footballers who achieve legendary status at their clubs get the opportunity to return as managers. Javi Hernandez did just that when he left his head coach job at Al Sadd in Qatar to revive his boyhood team, FC Barcelona. Xavi's medal haul as a Barca player is simply stunning. 25 major titles, including 8 La Liga, 4 UEFA Champions League and 2 FIFA Club World Cups. But the biggest trophy of all came when he was wearing the Spain shirt in 2010 and lifted the FIFA World Cup.
It's something that can't really be put into words. For the Spanish people, we saw it as a utopia. The Germans, Italians, Brazilians and Argentines always won it, but Spain could never get past the quarter-finals. It was very far away for us. It was a dream that we could never fulfill. But after getting through the quarter-finals, the shackles were off. That's when all the talent and camaraderie within the squad shone through. I'd say the latter stood out even more than the talent. The squad was very united and had clear targets.
Xavi played in 4 FIFA World Cups. Even when they went all the way in South Africa in 2010, things didn't start according to plan.
Yes, it was an incredibly bad start. We were one of the big favourites, but we started badly against Switzerland, losing a game that Switzerland normally would have taken a point in. It was a very bad start, and the goal came from a rebound. We were very unlucky. The team bounced back and showed our intelligence, thinking that we didn't need to do much more, and that once our first goal went in, Spain would go from strength to strength. In the end, it was a clever decision not to change many things, because if we'd played 100 games like that, we'd have won 99 of them. We ended up losing that one, and there were nerves and tension within the squad, but we bounced back as a team and made amends.
Xavi won 133 caps for Spain in a 14-year period, but his presence in international football began as a youth player, an experience he feels was crucial to his development.
It was also like a test for us, for Spain to compete at youth level, be it under 20, under 18 or under 17 level. We could see that we could compete and win trophies. We could win the ball back and go toe-to-toe with Germany, France, Brazil and Argentina. That made us think that we could do it at senior level as well. The Under-20 World Cup in Nigeria in 1999 was an extraordinary test. The generation from 1999 in Nigeria, with Casillas, Marquena, me and others, who were in and out, we ended up winning the World Cup in 2010, 11 years later.
After 24 years at Barcelona, starting in the youth team, Xavi made a move to Qatar, where he joined Al Sadd, the country's most successful club as a player. After 4 seasons, he became head coach. Over a 6-year period, Xavi went on to win 11 trophies in all, helping Al Sadd to regain their dominance in the Qatar Stars League. a league Xavi believes has seen significant development in recent years.
Yes, I'd say I've seen a substantial improvement in the last 2 or 3 years. Better coaches have come here, better overseas players and local players too. The Aspire generation that started in 2006 is now competing at a higher level and in the national team with Felix. And this makes the league really good. Very competitive. Tactically, very strong. Physically, it's up there with any other league in the world.
During his stint in Qatar, Xavi dedicated part of his time to the Supreme Committee's Generation Amazing initiative. Through this noble cause, the Spaniard connected with football at the grassroots in the Middle East and beyond.
I visited one community in India, and it was an amazing experience. I was lucky to play football with the kids in Mumbai. It was a unique experience. The feeling when you're a child is one of freedom. Generally, when you visit these children and give them opportunity, I feel very happy and proud. I think we can use football to unite people.
During his 4-year playing career at Al Sadd, Xavi travelled around the region and came to understand football's place in people's hearts in this part of the world.
This is my last game at the Azadi Stadium against Persepolis. Whenever I've gone to Iran, I've always been treated so well. I'd say the key word to describe football in Iran is passion. I've not seen that passion anywhere else in my life in football. They gave me an incredible tribute, as it was the last game of my playing career. So I'm very grateful to the Iranian people. And in this case, I've always been shown lots of respect and love by Persepolis. It'll always be in my memory.
So Xavi has left Qatar and returned to Spain with Barcelona. But one of the most respected footballers of all time has left a lasting legacy in the Middle East. And he has no doubt that the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 will be a success.
1 year to go until the World Cup. I think everything is very well prepared and organised. People are very, very excited about hosting this World Cup. Qatar's had a lot of time, and it's an honour to be part of this organisation. I've tried to offer my input so it all goes smoothly, and to help primarily from a football perspective, so the players are able to compete. I've no doubt it's going to be a fantastic World Cup, and it's going to be historic for Arab culture, for Qatar as a country, but also for football in general. People are really going to enjoy it.
Next month, we'll review the FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021 from all angles, on and off the pitch. We'll mark the 143rd anniversary of the establishment of the State of Qatar. And we'll continue to discover the sights and sounds of this fascinating Arab nation.